Hi, it's Kevin May, the Editor-in-Chief of PhocusWire. I'm here with Bayram Annakov. You're the CEO of App in the Air.
Yeah, hi.
Tell us, hi, thank you for joining us here in the studio. Who's your target market?
Oh, it's frequent flyers, those who travel like 30, 40 times a year.
So it's corporate travelers, right?
Well, not all of them are corporate. I mean, they travel by business, but that could be small business, that could be independent consultants, etc. But you know why we're Up in the Air? There's this movie Up in the Air with George Clooney. So we develop a product for that kind of road warriors and frequent flyers.
I hope it's just that element rather than some of the other elements in the film.
Yes, exactly. Just that one.
There is a game element or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, typically these aviation gigs, I myself doing about 350 hours in the year each year. So we love to track the stats, to compete with each other. Like, hey, I've done 150K miles. What about you? I mean, your loyalty programs, you have gold status on. So yeah, and we do a bunch of stuff, and that motivates our users to engage with them. They use the product, and they love it.
Okay, so perhaps over to arguably more serious things. I mean, it says here, personalized air booking. I mean, how do you define personalized air booking?
So frequent flyers, they have their own individual preferences. Like, for instance, I prefer SJC airport to SFO. Or I prefer to fly early in the morning. I prefer Alaska to American Airlines. So there's this specific individual preference, and it's not about the price. Like I think any booking engine out there defaults that I'm interested in the cheapest fare. It's not like that. So what we're essentially doing is that we're trying to understand your preferences and tailor the search results to you to help you maximize the benefits you get from your loyalty program, to address your needs and your preference in terms of airport, departure time, airline, and stuff like that.
One of the things that it does is it takes reservations out of email confirmations from airlines and things like that, right? Which is kind of what Google does anyway. So do you see Google as a competitor in that sense?
Yeah, like someone said yesterday, you don't say that Google is not your competitor because Google is competitor to anyone.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, but the way we tackle this is that Google is obsessed about products for at least 1 billion users. While frequent flyers, like we're targeting, is like 100 million worldwide. So we specifically focus on frequent flyers. We do not want to address the other part of the market, and I think Google will always try to build a product that is focused on the general market audience rather than some specific niche of it. Let me give you a simple example, and you can feel it in details. Like, for instance, when Google exports your itinerary to the calendar, it would say flight to LA. While the way we're doing is that we would say SEA to LAX flight, the booking reference is this. The reason we're doing is that frequent flyer typically shares that calendar with a personal assistant, and personal assistant does the check-in, and they need the booking reference information to do that. So there are lots of details, small details that frequent flyers need, and we want to address those, while Google will not do that because for general audience, they have no information about the 3-letter codes of the airports and that kind of stuff.
Okay. A little bit about the company itself. I mean, you were best of the App Store in 2015, which is now 3 years ago. So how do you kind of, presumably there was a fair amount of momentum at that point. How do you maintain that momentum after getting such an accolade, as it were?
Three things really. First of all is community. We build the community of frequent flyers. They share the word with each other. Like last Tuesday, we had a meetup with our power users in Seattle, and it just helps us build the community, learn about things we should focus on, stuff like that. The second thing is the partnerships with I call them gatekeepers, those who control the traffic in the industry. Actually, Apple and Google does that in the mobile space. So we have a lot of partnership campaigns with the Apple. Like, for instance, if you enter any Apple store worldwide right now, you will see our app installed on the demo devices out there. So that gives us a lot of track. And third is we build the functionality that keeps our users engaged and improves the retention that actually helps all the other things that I have talked about. So those 3 items.
So what's the vision for the company? Is it just to get more users, or
no. The vision is to build a personal travel assistant for frequent flyers, exclusively for them. We're actually competing.
Sorry, just on that. I mean, frequent flying often involves, generally involves a hotel stay as well. So I mean, is there that kind of?
We'll expand to that as well, but right now we're more about air travel because typically air travel is more, I'd say, difficult, and it has more challenges in terms of information you need, in terms of things you need to do. For instance, we automatically check you into your flight, and that helps a lot to save time and stuff like that. So eventually we want to be that travel assistant which is personal, which understands your preference and helps you save money, save time when you travel.
Okay. Bayram Annakov, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.